Hello everyone, welcome back to the FM Dugout for episode 5 of the Hexagon Challenge here with Ajman Club in the United Arab Emirates First Division. So it's nearly the end of the season, 4 games to go, we're 9 points clear at the top of the league, and a win today will see us guaranteeing promotion to the top division, and if Al Khalij don't win, we also win the title, so potential title celebrations at Ajman Club in the first season, which is, to be honest, beyond my expectations. I didn't really think we would be that good, but it seems like we are very consistent compared to the rest of the league. As you can see, we've had 1 draw and 1 loss to speak of, and a 24 plus goal difference, which is really quite exceptional. Now that's not to say that everything's run smoothly, so first of all, if you can see here on the right hand side, our finances have now gone into the red. I mean, that is a really sharp decline there in terms of our funds, in just over 10 months, 9-10 months, we've gone from a healthy balance of 4 million all the way down to minus 118k, so really not great. Now I don't know whether the financial state will improve if we get up into the top division. Attendances will be higher, season tickets higher, etc. I don't know whether there's TV money, prize money's higher. I'm in the dark here. This league is still very, very new to me, so it'll be very interesting to see how that pans out. Obviously it's going to have an impact in terms of who we can sign in the summer. So the President's Cup, which is coming up in about a month and a half, should be a good indicator of whether or not we can actually compete with the squad we have at the moment. Now, in terms of contract renewals, I've done a number of them, but I haven't done every single one, so kind of taking a bit of a gamble here that we'll be able to get some players in to hopefully strengthen us a bit. I mean, some of the players we've got this year, for what we've paid for them, like Al Kamali, with I think it was 350 quid a week or something, and he's been exceptional. Whereas you compare that to some of the guys in defence who are backup players and they're getting 1.7k a week. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. The other bad thing that's happened of late is our man Tata has been complaining about not getting played enough. I gave him a promise that said I would play him, and I did, but not every single game. And he came back saying, "You've broken the promise." To which I said, well, you know, in real life I'm thinking, he's been playing games, why the hell are you complaining? You know, I said I would start you in more games, I didn't say I'd start you in every game. So I just basically said, if you don't like it, you can get lost. And he says, good, I can't wait to see the back of you in the club. So it looks as though Tata will be saying Tata for now. But unfortunately, our main man, Michael up front, has picked up an injury. So he has strained ankle ligaments and is out for 5 to 6 weeks. Now he's been in exceptional form, 15 goals and 17 starts and 4 sub appearances. So he's going to be missing for this game and probably going into at least the first game, probably the President's Cup. So it looks like Tata will need to be there for now. I have offered him out, but nobody wants him. So unfortunately not going to be able to cash in on him, I don't think, until maybe the next transfer window opens, who knows. There's a few Brazilian teams interested, but only in terms of taking him on loan, and I don't think they're big enough clubs to be able to pay his 18k a week. So the other thing was the squad didn't like my handling of the Tata incident, Tatagate as I'll call it. So I managed to get some of them to see my way of thinking just by saying, you know, if I basically gave in to his demands, then a lot of you guys would be losing your position just for the sake of someone complaining. A few of the more sort of professional guys seem to kind of agree with that, like Driss Fatui, so that's good. Yeah, you know, I to be honest, if people were going to be like that, then let them. They can just wallow around in the reserves as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, just rambling here. So today sees us play Al Daid, who I think Yeah, they're 7th out of 10th, so they're not really that great in opposition for us. We beat them 3-1 at home. If we did take a quick look at that, 3-0 up, gave away a penalty, 3-0 before they had a man sent off. So I think we should be relatively comfortable today, being able to win. Obviously, with Michael not there, there's a bit of a risk. But Tata scored a hat-trick a couple of games ago, just before he complained of a broken promise, you know. So he's still got shooting boots there at the moment. So in terms of how the season's gone, you can see here that we've had 1-0 draw and we've had one loss against Al Ittihad. Now this game was really disappointing from my point of view because we created a huge number of chances, very, very wasteful. 1-0 down after a minute. I mean, it was a deep free kick and the defensive line just didn't track the striker, so whether they tried an offside trap and failed, and it was just a simple tap in, a goal just before half time. Hope that a few changes at half time might make them come out firing on all cylinders, but no, they scored in 58 minutes and it was only a penalty to give us any kind of consolation at all. So very disappointing in terms of that. But I mean, you can see some of the results here. There's quite a few, 4-1, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, 5-1. So we can definitely score goals. Our defence isn't the strongest, but that's not really what I wanted the team to play like. I definitely have the mentality of we're going to score one more than you, or at least one more than you. So it definitely gives us exciting games. I mean, for instance, where's the one game? It was against Hatta. Where have they gone? Gone blind. Hatta. Right. So this game here, take a look at the stats. 49 shots at goal, only 13 of them on target, and 5-1. I couldn't believe this game as it was playing through. I mean, they just absolutely annihilated this team. So yeah, I mean that was enjoyable, but I would have preferred to have scored more than 5 with that number of shots at goal. So yes, today against Al Daib, let's move on and see if we can finish off this league campaign, and then possibly I'll be back for the President Cup at the end of it, which coincidentally I think myself and Dubai qualified by getting to the final of the UAE FA Cup. And I actually did a bit of looking around on the internet and found that the FA Cup in the United Arab Emirates is defunct and has been for about 13 years. So I'm not sure why this update has it included. It's a bit odd. But anyway, it gives us a chance of competing against the teams in the top division a year early, which will be quite good. Okay, so Ahmed Ibrahim is away on international duty with Iraq, so he can't play today. Our other first choice centre back, Jassim Al Fakar, is injured, so we'll need to line up this. Adel Abdullah was away with the under 19s or under 21s, can't remember, under 20s, sorry. So he's come back a little bit tired, so we'll drop him. Our other centre backs are now starting to complain as well because they wanted to play, and yeah, people not very happy at my rotation, so whatever. They're the ones whose contracts are running out. I mean, you look at this guy here, £850 a week, 4 tackling as a defender, and he's wondering why I'm not playing him. This guy here, 1.4k, yeah, he's not too bad, but anyway, those guys will be on their way out. Okay, so Tata will have to line up in the start. Going to put our youngster on here, who also was away with under 20s, I think, or under 19s, one of the two, Ahmed Abdullah. Now he's someone who's come through our youth ranks and he seems pretty good. 8 pros, 5 cons. So, I think he's got the ability of being able to at least fill in the shoes of the kind of foreign strikers if required. There's another youngster here somewhere. Where's he gone? Ahmed Ali at left back. Again, if he was 17, I'd be delighted with him. At 19, he's still got the potential, I suppose, to get a little bit better. So we'll see how that goes. Did he actually have 7 cons? Yeah, he might not be amazing, but at least he's there. I can say we've got some kind of productivity from our youth squads. Mohamed Mubarak doesn't look as though he's going to be fit enough for a starting position. However, he has a bit more versatility than Al Hamadi, so I'll drop him on the bench. And I think we're good to go. I don't think there's anything else that we can change around. Yes, I know Yakub is lacking match fitness. So, as I mentioned when I posted the last video, I am aware of the fact that the 3D match engine quality is not particularly good. So obviously in Football Manager 16 now, my slightly older computer is unable to handle both the recording and the playing of the game. The CPU just can't handle it. So I've got some new parts on the way, and I'm seriously considering just getting a capture card anyway, to see if I can just do it that way. It'll probably be the best way to do it, but this was just meant to be casual streaming or recording of videos for YouTube. So yeah, we'll just stick with the same. We'll see how tough the ref is, and I might have to pull it back into normal. I've had to do that a few times this year. Okay, here we go. How does it go? Usual lottery of team talks. Not too bad today. What I've started doing as well, and this is why I'm getting lots of goals, is I've started to play overload. I also forgot to do pass into space. Just do that from the start and just try to put them in the back foot. Certainly does seem to take a bit of a gamble in terms of the defensive side of it, but as I say, I have the mentality of scoring more than the opposition, and that's how we get our points, and it's served us pretty well so far. Whether I can be like that next year, if we're still here in the top division, remains to be seen. But we'll certainly give it a go for the rest of this season. We'll try it out in the President's Cup as well. So early chance here for Aldaid, out wide on the right, and that was he offside? Don't know, the left back might have just played him on, but he puts it wide of the post. Not the greatest start, 32% possession at the moment for us, but we'll see whether we can get a chance here with Al Kamali on the right, into Kamis, and he threads it through to Tata, and that is a pretty tame shot. I'm surprised the keeper dived for that. Corner kick, and it's Saif with his right foot. I'm guessing he can't play with his left foot even though he's a left winger, and Fatui smashes it in. Always the scorer of dramatic goals or penalties. He had a fantastic free kick early in the season and an absolute screamer a couple of games ago from about 30 yards, and that was a game we actually lost the man and still won the game. I think we won it 4-2 or something in the end. Good start for us though, and it puts us 10 points clear with only 9 to go, so if things remain as they stand, it'll be a title celebration for Ajman Club. Our usual tactic of playing it out wide in the wings does seem to be working. We've scored a huge number of goals from crosses with this formation, which is generally speaking what I like to do, as long as you get wingers that are capable of putting it into the net if it gets in at the back post, and strikers that are good enough to get into the positions to score. It really does seem to work quite well, but we are going to get caught here. Koulibaly with a chance, and he's just put that into the corner. Suspect positioning perhaps from the goalkeeper, and that's the lead cut down to 8 points now. So I think, as things stand, it's a pretty even game. Same number of shots really. Again, possession wise, it seems to be that we have less possession than the other team. We just have more shots. I don't mind that. I don't mind if we're more dangerous with less of the ball. So complacency from Tata. See, this is what I was worried about, having to play him and rely on him. So what do we do? So I can either put someone like Kamis up front and play Mubarak there, or I can give my youngster a go up front, which is pretty tall order task. I'm kind of tempted just to tell him he's playing badly and see if in the first 10 minutes we can do something. I think some of them have played decent, looking delighted. Not for long. No, he still looks okay. So he's complacent, he's delighted that at 6.4 he thinks he's having a good game. Yaqub, not playing particularly well. As I say, I would have preferred Adel Abdullah, but he's just not quite fit enough. Yeah, okay, so let's see if we can say, looking for you to make the difference, see if we can give them a bit of a boost. So we'll try another 10 minutes and then I think it'll be change time. I haven't had to change a formation at all this season. The only game I was considering doing it was Al Ittihad, where we just, you know, at 3-0 I thought it's just clearly not working. They played 4-5-1 and we just really struggled in midfield, which is what you'd expect playing these attacking midfielders. And we could get a break here. It's Tata on the ball and he better not shoot, and he shoots. He hits the post. He nearly made me eat my words there. Very unlucky from that range. Usually it just goes flying into the stands. And Yaqub is having a terrible game, so he is going to come off. I don't care if Adel Abdullah's not quite fit enough. Tata now down to 6.2. So this is the make or break here, really. Al Kamali, I think, is the most assured kind of striker, and that's where I would be tempted to do it, but I don't have anyone on the bench that can play on the right. Al Kamali's not playing particularly well either. So, decisions. I'm going to give it to the youngster. I'm going to give him a chance to show what he can do. He could make himself a legend here if he scores. So we'll keep with the same tactics, and if it gets to about 80 minutes, 75-80 minutes, and it's still level, then I'll probably look to start pumping the ball into the box. It's never really worked for me, and I guess that's just because of the formation with one up front. It doesn't really lend itself to it. Well, let's see what we can do. Pinning them back. They're playing in their own half, but they're looking to break. Koulibaly. Can always tell the foreign players always tends to be the strikers as well. See that with a lot of the clubs in this division. Can Rashid win it? No, he can't. He's skinned twice and now he's going to get sick. That's the most ridiculous challenge I've seen. Well, that certainly throws the plan out the window, and I don't think we'll have a title party today somehow. Game was teetering on a knife edge there, and that has just really messed us up. So okay, Calfan right back, and yeah, it's gonna have to be Ali. You gotta love these red cards. It's just absolutely stupid why he would make that a challenge. Obviously he just felt the guy had made a fool of him, and he just wanted to gain revenge. And I just noticed I'm still in overload. We're going to have to go with control now. I still don't want to go with counter. I don't want to sit too deep. It's just inviting the other team. But we'll see. Maybe we can do something. I suppose now we probably want to pump the ball into the box. Yeah, okay. And our goalkeeper has now pulled a muscle, which is not particularly good, but might have a chance to break here with Hassan. Absolutely no one running for the ball there. What can you do? Waleed gets by his man, whips it in. I thought I was going to be a cross-come shot special there. And could it go the other way now? Nope, Hassan picks it up again. Kamis chips it across to Abdullah, the youngster, and he's taken down Al Kamali with the most pathetic shot I think I've seen for a long time, but they all count. Okay, so now boys, what we have to do, let's lower the tempo and keep a hold of the ball. Play out defence, nice and short. Okay, let's go with that. I don't usually do this, but with the importance of this game, we're 10 points clear. We have the chance to win the title now. We just need to keep our heads and keep this at 2-1. 3-1 would be lovely, but you know, I'm not a greedy man. And here we go with a chance of the break here. We're getting overloaded. And this Manny pulls off the save. Dramatic stuff from the injured goalkeeper. Now, can we get the header away from the corner? No, we can't. We get another chance to whip it in. Cleared by Ali. Desperate stuff here, and we've still got 10 minutes to go. I mean, as you can see from the stats, we have had far more shots. It's just that is the way we play. Oh, great. Okay, so things really aren't going away today. We've made all 3 subs, and we've now lost our centre back. So let's see. I think we're just going to have to start pulling guys back here and saying, yeah, okay, that is the best we can do. I'm sorry to Walid. He obviously doesn't like playing there. Maybe is there anyone who can play it right back a little bit better? Walid plays a little better at right back, so I think we'll go with that. Let's give this a shot. So we now have to finish with 9 men. And it looks as though we are going to do it. Come on, blow that full-time whistle. Are you kidding me? What's happened now? Calfan's now off injured as well. My goodness. I'm glad this game doesn't go to extra time. It's going to get abandoned soon if we lose any more. 96 minutes now as well. They're giving them every opportunity to score a goal here. Just blow the whistle, will you, ref? And we've done it. Whew. Well, we didn't do things the easy way, but we've done it. 3 games to go, 10 points clear, champions of the United Arab Emirates First Division, and a nice little achievement. So you can see I've really not been playing this game an awful lot, if that's the first time I've gained promotion. So, whew, and breathe. Yes, so the last 3 games will mean very little now, and I will be blooding youngsters to just test them out and see how they do. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we don't win those games, and keep the squad as fresh as possible for the President's Cup first round against Al Nassr. So it looks as though it's going to be, what, 4 rounds? 4 rounds, yeah. So who knows? We might be able to do something. I think I'll do another live com on President Cup first round. We'll see how it goes. I might just get beaten in that game anyway, in which case that'll be the end of the season and we'll round things off nicely. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that epic title win there. I can't really say that I could have scripted a more dramatic ending than finishing with 8 players. So we've done what we set out to do, I guess, at Ajman, but we haven't done anything towards winning the Asian Champions League as such, other than getting up into a division for next season that will allow us continental qualification. Let me know what you think of this season so far, and whether you think Ajman will have any chance of achieving our goals, or whether I should look to move elsewhere. And until the Al Nassr game, I'll see you next time.